All right, so happy Monday, January 11th, 2021. Today we will think and connect to prior knowledge. And that is such a big deal with learning. I think that's why so many kids struggle because they're just reading boring words on a page. The teacher is talking and they don't really understand what the value of it is. And one of my students in an earlier class said, "This class goes so fast." And I said, "Yeah, you think it's because I'm positive?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's good too. But you don't give us make work. You always connect it to the real world. You tell us what we're doing, and you give examples, and you get us thinking." And I that made me feel great, of course, for him to say that, because I think it's true. I do go out of the way to connect things for you, so you don't feel like you're just doing something dumb that doesn't mean anything. So yeah, connect to prior knowledge, and we did that last week, didn't we? When we talked about if you were going to volunteer, where would you volunteer at? And a number of people talked about volunteering at the food bank, volunteering at Haven for Hope, volunteering for Habitat for Humanity. I'd like to volunteer to help animals, children in need, all kinds of things like that. So remembering that will make the work today easier for you. So keep that in mind. And then, like I've been saying this whole new second semester, right? I will do the work now. Yes, you could put it off. Of course, your camera's off. I can't see if you're actually working or not. You have to be the one that's responsible for you. But the more often you make this a habit, the easier school becomes, right? Because then you don't have this giant pile of crap that you haven't gotten to. And then you rush through super quick and don't really learn anything from it. So doing the work now is always the best way to do it. So I will use my inferencing skills and imagination to research, imagine, and listen to form my opinion. And this is important, this whole idea of researching to form my opinion. Of course, you're already interested in the environment or animals or kids in foster care. That's great. But the whole point of the research is to kind of decide and figure it out. A lot of times people get it backwards. Oh, this is what I believe. Let me find the research to back up what I believe. And that's what they look for. And you're doing it backwards if you do it that way. Yes, you may feel good about the food bank, but have an open mind. They may not be perfect. Oh well, look at the information and then really make your decision about them. So keep that in mind. And then we're going to choose our charity to research today. So you're gonna end the discussion, tell us what the charities you're going to research and why, and that is our grade. That's our fourth grade for this 9 weeks. And if you're wondering, God, we're like doing 3 grades a week. Absolutely, yes we are, and we're doing that on purpose because I want all the grades in the first 2 weeks of this 3-week grade check. So if you fall behind, you can catch up and be able to keep up better. Oh, and here's our cartoon for today. See a little bullseye there, and at the bottom it says how birds see the world. I thought that was fun. All right, so let's do our positive affirmations. And I did change them. Instead of being smarter or smart, it's strong, confident, and successful. So I want that focus on being strong, because some of us, we give up too easy. Oh, it's too hard. I'm not in a good mood. Hey, you're strong. And it's time to start thinking that way. All right, let's do these. What are you? I am strong, confident, and successful. Yes, you are. Yes, I am. And how do I feel about getting work done? I love getting work done. And how do I feel about schoolwork? Yeah, change that one too. The harder I work, the stronger I become. All right, so what are we doing today? That's not it. Here it is. So we're going to pick our research topic. We're going to pick the nonprofit in San Antonio or the area that you're interested in. And I've given you a couple of places to look and find information on. You're going to answer 3 questions. This is our graded assignment. What is the issue that you're focused on? Oh, I'm interested in children who are struggling. I'm interested in animals that are abused and neglected. I'm interested, whatever it is. What's the local nonprofit or charity you're going to research? That's going to be the second question you answer. And then the third one, what did you find out about them from their website? And you want to write me, at least a few sentences a small paragraph to get 100. If you just write a line or one short sentence, you'll get 70 or 80. So write me a little paragraph about them and what they do. And if you do that, you can get a good grade on this and continue to get stronger and stronger. So the first link that I have is nonprofits in San Antonio. If you just want to browse around and find out more about them, this is from the San Antonio Chamber of Commerce. This is like the business community people and nonprofit organizations in San Antonio. So you can kind of just look through these. Children's Rehabilitation Institute of Telethon, that's interesting. Let me look into that. Operation Relief Center. You can just kind of scroll through. Armory Residence Community, Arthritis Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters of South Texas. There's 5 pages, and you can kind of jump around and see if you find anything interesting. What else we have is this. Let's click on it. It's the San Antonio Report and nonprofit newsletter, I guess, journalism for the nonprofit community. And they have articles on different groups and what they're doing in town. So this would be another place to kind of look around. Like this one interesting about Haven for Hope, how they have a different Christmas celebration. Child Safe's new East Side home focuses on healing and restoring. Maybe you'd like to find out more about Child Safe. You can click on that and read about them and choose them. Free Thanksgiving meal from the Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner. Mental health resources. So there's lots of stuff here, and this is just, you can load more posts and look around. You can do a search on the topic or issue you're interested in and see what you can find. So this is really cool. The third link that I have for us is one that I found just skimming around and looking. The charity that I've spent time working with is Roy Moss Children's Home. And through student council at Clark, when I was in charge of student council, we did like a Christmas party for the kids that were residents there. There would be like 60 or 70 kids that lived there. And we would sponsor these kids with people from Clark, from faculty, from students, from classes. They would adopt a child and buy them stuff for Christmas. And then us and the student council kids, we would go there and have a party with them, a pizza party. They would play basketball and games, and they would get their gifts. And it was such a great thing to be a part of. I was tired all the time when I was in charge of student council, but we did some really good work. But anyway, this was an article that I found really interesting as I was looking around, because I was looking at foster care, thinking about that. And this article isn't terribly new, but I think it's still pretty relevant. It says local foster care organizations expand service beyond adolescence. Read along with me. We're just going to read the first page or two. And it's about Brianna Zapata. She's 17 years old. She's a mother of 2. Yeah, mother of 2 at 17. That's a difficult situation to be in, right? One of many Texas adolescents in need of foster care services upon finding themselves or being found in precarious living situations. San Antonio belongs to the Department of State Health Services Region 8, which spans hundreds of miles and 28 counties. Of those, Bexar County has the largest number of children placed in foster care, contributing 1,819 residents, children, to the region's 2,606, right? So it's 28 counties, but more than 2/3 of them all come from Bexar County? Because, of course, that's a huge county, right? According to the Department of Family Protective Services. Here's where it gets interesting. It was a call to 911 that turned Zapata's life around. 16 at the time, 3 months pregnant with her second child, she called emergency services because she was vomiting blood and experiencing heavy vaginal bleeding. Despite insisting that she merely wanted advice, dispatchers sent an ambulance to her location. Zapata was hesitant to accept help when the ambulance arrived. She thought the bleeding was prompted by the stress she experienced just moments before she called 911, when her daughter's father had shown up out of nowhere, taken their daughter, and left with no further communication. God, this sounds like a soap opera, doesn't it? The ambulance transported her to a nearby hospital, where she later learned that the bleeding and vomiting, while exacerbated by the traumatic experience, were due to tuberculosis. So that's a horrible disease, but in these times it's curable. So since she's going to get treatment, that's going to be good. At the time, Zapata was living in a house where her roommates bagged meth and cocaine. Her mother left her and moved to Mexico when she was 12. She then lived with her stepfather, who kicked her out when she became pregnant with her first child at 14. From there, she moved in and out of friends and family members' homes for the next 2 years. There she is with her kids. God bless her. Hospital staff recommended that Zapata remain in the hospital for her own health and that of her unborn baby, but she was adamant about being released and repeatedly informed staff that she had somewhere she could go. The hospital, however, could not honor her request because she was a minor. She would have to be released into the care of a parent or legal guardian. And here's the place where she ended up going. The hospital social worker contacted Child Protective Services, and Zapata soon found herself at St. Jude's Ranch for Children in the Pregnant and Parenting Teen Program. St. Jude's Ranch for Children is a therapeutic residential foster care program that teaches basic living and social skills, addresses emotional, behavioral, and social issues, and provides academic support and mentoring for its residents. When I got here, they said I would be here until a family member spoke up or took me in, Zapata said. I didn't expect much, and I thought it was never going to happen. I've always been by myself. Being a mother means that Zapata is reduced to organizations that accept mothers with children, an additional barrier in a situation where options are already limited. At any given time, about 28,000 children are wards of the state. As children are placed throughout the state in foster care homes, emergency shelters, residential treatment facilities, or kinship placements where they stay with a family member, they may be required to travel to a new county or region to receive services, thereby increasing the foster care count in any given county. For Zapata, foster care wasn't something she immediately considered as an option. She told the Rivard Report that she had previous experiences with physical, sexual, and emotional abuse while living with friends and relatives. Her biggest reservation was not knowing what to expect, she said. It was difficult for her to trust caseworkers when they said foster care was the best option. Then she met Cristina Melendrez, Director of Child and Family Services for the Pregnant and Parenting Teen Program at SJRC, and one of Zapata's case managers. Zapata refers to Melendrez as the person who makes things happen. And then she goes on to tell us about her experience at the St. Jude Ranch for Children. And it goes on quite a bit, and all the people that they help and the things that they do. So if you're interested in this, this might be a good option for you to research for your nonprofit that you do the research on. So once again, what are we doing today? You're going to pick your charity that you're going to focus on. So what is it you focus on? Oh, I want to focus on cancer research. I want to focus on animals who are abused and neglected. I want to focus on children in foster care, whatever it is. What's the local agency? Whatever you pick. And then what did you find out about them from their website? Just give me a paragraph. A decent sized paragraph will get you 100. A short paragraph will give you an 80. And if you just write a line, you get a 70, 75. All right, so that's what we're doing for today. And of course, if you want to read more about what happened to that young lady, well, where's the one I'm looking for? The Zapata girl and her 2 children. You can click this and finish reading that article and get the work done today. And then I want us to comment and like each other's discussion posts so that we can see what each other's doing. All right, that's it for now. If you have any questions for me, let me know. And remember, you are smart, confident, and successful. And I'm here for you.